Hello everyone. In this lesson, I'll complete solving the studied guide questions of chapter 3. Question number 34 and 35 determine which graph is for the function and which one is for the derivative. For the first graph in question 34, the graph in red is for the function f, and the graph in green is for its derivative f prime. Since the function is increases from negative infinity to positive infinity, and its derivative is over x-axis from negative infinity to positive infinity. Also, the function has horizontal tangent line at 0, and its derivative intersect with the x-axis at 0, 0. For question number 35, the function is the graph in red and its derivative the graph in green. Since the function has horizontal tangent line at negative pi over 2 and the derivative intersect with x-axis at this point. Also, the function has horizontal tangent line at pi over 2 and the function intersect with x-axis. Also, the function increases from this point to this point, and the graph of the derivative is over x-axis. The function is decreasing from negative pi over 2 to 0, and the derivative is under x-axis. The function is increasing from 0 to pi over 2. The function is over x-axis. The derivative of the function is over x-axis, and the function decreasing from pi over 2 to this point, and the function is under x-axis. Question number 36 to 41. Find the second derivative. The first derivative of this function f prime of x equal to 4x plus 2 cosine 2x. The second derivative f double prime of x equal to 4 minus 4 sine 2x. Number 37. The first derivative f prime of x equal to the denominator times the derivative of the numerator 0 minus the numerator 1 times the derivative of the denominator 1 over denominator square plus derivative of tan 1 plus tan square x. The second derivative f double prime of x equal to negative 1 over x squared, the denominator times the derivative of numerator 0 minus the numerator negative 1 times the derivative of the denominator 2x. 1 times 2x over x power 4 equal to x power 4 plus 0, derivative of 1, plus derivative of tan square x is 2 tan x times 1 plus tan square x. Simplify this derivative, x with x power 4, 2 over x power 3 plus 2 tan x times 1, 2 tan x plus tan 2 tan cube x. Number 38. F prime of x equal to the denominator times derivative of the numerator 0 minus the numerator 1 times the derivative of the denominator 1 plus tan square x over tan square x equal to -1 over tan square x minus 1, since tan square x over tan square x is 1. The second derivative, f double prime of x equal to the denominator times the derivative of numerator 0 minus the numerator minus 1 times the derivative of the denominator 2 tan x times 1 plus tan square x over tan power 4 x minus 0 equal to tan x with tan power 4, 2, 1 plus tan square x over tan cube x. Question number 39. F prime of x equal to the derivative of the power 2 sine x times the derivative of the sine cosine x. 2 sine x cosine x equal to sine 2x. The second derivative, f double prime of x equal to 2 cosine 2x. Question number 40. F prime of x equal to the denominator x power 2 plus 1 times the derivative of the numerator 6 minus the numerator 6x minus 5 times derivative of the denominator 2x over x power 2 plus 1 squared. Simplify the first derivative to find the second. 6x power 2 plus 6 minus 2x times 6x, 12x power 2 plus 5 times 2x, 10x over x power 2 plus 1 square equal to 6x power 2 minus 12x power 2 negative 6x power 2 plus 10x plus 6 over x power 2 plus 1 square. The second derivative, f double prime of x equal to the denominator x power 2 plus 1 square times the derivative of the numerator negative 12x plus 10 minus the numerator negative 6x power 2 plus 10x plus 6 times the derivative of the denominator 2 times x power 2 plus 1 times 2x over x power 2 plus 1 power 4 equal to factorize by x power 2 plus 1 for the two terms in the numerator, then x power 2 plus 1 times negative 12x plus 10 minus negative 6x power 2 plus 10x plus 6 times 4x over x power 2 plus 1 power 4. Reduce x power 2 plus 1 with x power 2 plus 1 to the power 4 equal to, open this bracket, x power 2 times negative 12x negative 12x power 3 plus 10x power 2 minus 12x plus 10 plus 6 times 4, 24, x power 3 minus 40 x squared minus 24x over x power 2 plus 1 cube equal to negative 12x power 3 with 24x power 3, 12x power 3, 10x power 2 with negative 40x power 2, negative 30x power 2, negative 12x with 24x, negative 36x plus 10 over x power 2 plus 1 cube. This is the final answer. Question number 41. Find the second derivative of the function f of x equal x square root x power 2 minus 1. F prime of x equal to the first function times the derivative of the second, 2x over 2 square root x power 2 minus 1 plus the second square root x power 2 minus 1 times the derivative of the first one. Simplify this derivative, f prime of x equal to, reduce 2 with 2, x times x power 2 over square root x power 2 minus 1 times plus square root x power 2 minus 1. The second derivative, let us simplify it more. Find the common denominator, square root x power 2 minus 1, x power 2 plus x power 2 minus 1 equal to 2x power 2 minus 1 over square root x power 2 minus 1. This is the first derivative. The second derivative, f double prime of x equal to the denominator, square root x power 2 minus 1 times the derivative of the numerator, 4x, minus the numerator, 2x power 2 minus 1 times the derivative of the denominator, 2x over square root 2 square root x power 2 minus 1 over x power 2 minus 1 under square root all power 2, it will be x power 2 minus 1. F double prime of x equal to 4x times square root x power 2 minus 1 minus, reduce 2 with 2, multiply x with this bracket 2x power 2 minus 1, x 2x power 2 minus 1 over square root x power 2 minus 1 over x power 2 minus 1 equal to, open this bracket, square root, x power 2 minus 1, 4x times square root x power 2 minus 1 minus 2x power 2 times x, 2x power 3, x times negative 1, negative x over square root x power 2 minus 1. F double prime of x equal to the common denominator for the two brackets in the numerator, x power square root x power 2 minus 1 times square root x power 2 minus 1 for x times x power 2 minus 1 minus 2x power 3 plus x over x power 2 minus 1 equal to 4x power 3 minus 4x minus 2x power 3 plus x over square root x power 2 minus 1 times x power 2 minus 1, x power 2 minus 1 to the power 3 over 2 equal to 4x power 3 minus 2x power 3, 2x power 3 negative 4x plus x negative 3x over x power 2 minus 1 to the power 3 over 2. This is the final result. Question number 42 to 44, use L'Hopital rule to find the limit. Equal to limit x approach 1, find the derivative of the numerator and denominator separately. 2 ln x, the derivative of the bracket, times the derivative of the inside the bracket over 1 equal to 2 ln x over x equal to 2 ln 1 over 1 equal to 0 over 1 equal to 0. Number 43 equal to limit x approach 0, derivative of sine pi x pi cosine pi x over derivative of sine 2 pi x 2 pi cosine 2 pi x. Reduce pi with pi, substitute every x with 0, then cosine 0 over 2 cosine 0 equal to cosine 0 is 1 over 2 times 1 equal 1 half. Number 44, rewrite this limit as limit x approach to positive infinity for x over e to the x power 2. Then use L'Hopital rule, limit x approach to positive infinity, derivative of x1, derivative of e to the x power 2, 2x e to the x power 2 equal to 1 over infinity equal to 0. See you next lesson.